My name is Amaya Weekly, and you're watching a Berea College News Quick Hit. Berea College's Poetry Club meets twice a month in Stevenson Hall. Here's everything you need to know about what they do and how to be involved. The Poetry Club here on campus has frequent meetings and events. They meet on Fridays every other week at 6 p.m. in Stevenson 226. These meetings consist of friendly introductions followed by poetry and writing prompts, and the opportunity to share the works created during the meeting times. All Berea College students are invited and encouraged to attend these events, especially those who are passionate about poetry or creative writing. I interviewed the president and vice president of the Poetry and Opossum Society, Kayla Boyd and Lee Ford, to hear more about the club's goals and events they have attended.
Poetry Club was started in fall of 2023, and we wanted to create a club where poets in Berea could get together and work on writing prompts and workshops and possibly sending our work out to be published.
My favorite poetry-related event of the past year has probably been a field trip we took with our poetry class last semester with Professor Elkins. It was hybrid forms of poetry and prose, which is one of the 4 creative writing classes that a person can take if they're interested in the minor. We went to a dark sky park in Big South Fork, Tennessee, and stayed there for 3 days in a cabin that had no electricity and no running water. But it was really fun because we just had no phones and all we did was walk around outside and think about poems and look at the stars, and we could see the Milky Way. It was amazing.
And we saw glowworms for the first time. Some of us did.
Yeah. There were deer, like you shine a flashlight and there'd just be deer appearing everywhere. We had a poetry reading for Earth Hour in the dark, and it started with a guided meditation by Wendy Warren. And then we took a hike in the woods around twilight as it turned to dark. And then in the dark, we each held a candle and read poems about our relationship to darkness and the sky. This Monday, on April 22nd, there's going to be a poetry reading in honor of Earth Day. So look out for an email for that.
If you have any questions about the Poetry and Opossum Society, contact Kayla or Lee, or the faculty sponsor for the club, Professor Ansel Elkins. This is all we have for the Poetry and Opossum Society, but the club will have one final meeting this Friday, April 26th at 6 p.m. Reporting from the studio for BCN Weekly Report, this was Amaya Weekly.